The tragedy of Val Kilmer is beyond heartbreaking. Have you ever sat down to watch a film utterly taken by the main actor's performance, only to later find out they've lived through hardships that are almost too hard to believe? This is the plight of Val Kilmer, an icon of the silver screen whose personal tribulations off camera are as profoundly moving as they are heart-wrenching. Prepare to embark on an exploration into the life of a man who, despite confronting the most foreboding obstacles, never relinquished his zeal for acting. In the dazzling realm of Hollywood, where dreams are actualized and luminaries burn brightly, a few exceptional stories resonate so deeply they leave a lasting impact on our souls. Val Kilmer, a figure emblematic of innate talent, charm, and indefatigable determination, embodies such a narrative. Yet, beyond the opulence and celebrity, lies a saga of incredible adversity and sorrowful episodes that will strike you with admiration for the indomitable nature of the human spirit. Tracing his path from a hopeful young actor filled with a fervor for performance, to his ascent to celebrity status, and through the grim confrontations he has endured, Val Kilmer's odyssey is one that will uplift you, stir you, and bear witness to the unfathomable resilience harbored within each of us. But before we delve into the darker chapters, let's rewind to the origins and uncover how it all began. The formative years. Val Kilmer entered this world on December 31st, 1959, in Los Angeles, California. His parents, Gladys and Eugene Kilmer, were active in the real estate sector. Val was raised with his two siblings, Mark and Wesley. As a child, Val was notably reserved and introspective, preferring the company of his own musings and creativity. However, a pivotal moment in his life would drastically alter his trajectory. At the tender age of 8, Val Kilmer's life took a turn when his parents decided to part ways. This divorce profoundly affected him, making it challenging for him to come to terms with their separation. Consequently, Val and his brothers were taken in by their father, but Val found it hard to emotionally connect with him. Reflecting on those times, Val disclosed, "I became more quiet, more introspective and outgoing, and my relationship with my father was strained for a long time." Interestingly, it was during this tumultuous phase that Val stumbled upon acting, which offered him a means of expression and an escape from his familial strife. He started attending drama classes, unaware that this hobby would eventually become the cornerstone of his career. Val's initial steps into acting were met with hurdles. At just 12, he secured a role in a hamburger advertisement, yet his integrity as an actor, even at such a young age, meant he couldn't feign enjoyment of the burgers. In a testament to his dedication to authenticity, Val chose to exit the project. Val's family was soon struck by another tragic event. At 16, he lost his younger brother Wesley, an aspiring filmmaker and Val's dearest ally, to an epileptic seizure complication. Wesley's death deeply affected Val, who admitted, "It took me about 2 or 3 years after my brother's death to really find my way back to reality." Despite grappling with profound loss, Val mustered the resilience to chase his acting ambitions. He earned a place at the distinguished Juilliard School in New York City, setting him on the path to becoming a celebrated actor. Yet, as will become evident, his ascent to fame would encounter numerous hurdles and victories. Delving into Val Kilmer's early life, it's apparent that he weathered considerable turmoil and personal loss. From his parents' divorce to the heartrending demise of his brother, Val navigated a labyrinth of emotional challenges. Nevertheless, his enduring love for acting illuminated his path, leading him on an extraordinary journey to acclaim. After completing his education at Juilliard, Val Kilmer began to make a name for himself in the world of entertainment. His career took off with roles in noteworthy films, such as the 1984 comedy Top Secret and the 1985 science fiction movie Real Genius. Yet, it was his portrayal of Iceman in the 1986 hit Top Gun that skyrocketed him to fame. His performance as the arrogant yet skilled rival of Tom Cruise's Maverick thrilled viewers and confirmed his position as a major actor. Despite his fame, Val was much more than a movie star. He was an artist at heart, dedicated to delivering genuine and memorable performances. Val's approach to acting was characterized by his use of method acting techniques, enabling him to completely inhabit his roles. His dedication to authenticity was particularly evident in his role as Jim Morrison in the 1991 biopic The Doors. Val thoroughly immersed himself in Morrison's world, adopting physical traits, vocal tone, and even his poetic style to accurately portray the legendary yet troubled rock star. This rigorous preparation resulted in widespread praise for Val's portrayal in The Doors, further solidifying his status as a skilled and adaptable actor. However, Val's intense commitment to his roles sometimes led to tension with film directors and co-stars. For instance, during the production of The Island of Dr. Moreau in 1996, Val had disagreements with director John Frankenheimer over creative visions, resulting in a tense atmosphere on set. Frankenheimer later expressed his dissatisfaction, stating, "I don't like Val Kilmer, I don't like his work ethic, and I don't want to be associated with him ever again." Regrettably, this was not an isolated event. By the mid-1990s, Val had gained a reputation for being challenging to work with, as highlighted in an Entertainment Weekly article titled "Val Kilmer Makes Enemies in Hollywood," which discussed the difficulties some directors and co-stars encountered while working with him. Because YouTube will prioritize interactive videos, please comment OK if you find this video interesting. Thank you. Val's fervor and meticulous approach to his roles were rooted in his deep-seated passion and his pursuit to present his utmost performance. Val himself recognized, "I have behaved poorly at times. I have behaved bravely, bizarrely to some. I'm a sensitive, intelligent human being with the soul of a clown." Despite the disputes related to his behavior on set, Val continued to offer stellar performances across a diverse array of movies. His roles ranged from the iconic Doc Holliday in Tombstone to the enigmatic Bruce Wayne Batman in Batman Forever, demonstrating his range and ability to authentically portray intricate characters on film. Reflecting on Val Kilmer's trajectory to fame highlights a journey marked by both magnificent achievements and considerable hurdles. His profound commitment to his craft led him to remarkable success, albeit sometimes straining his professional relationships. Nonetheless, Val's impact on cinema is undeniable, with his roles leaving a lasting impression on viewers and securing his legacy as one of Hollywood's most esteemed actors. As we delve into Val Kilmer's ascent to stardom, it's crucial to examine the personal adversities and financial challenges he encountered. A pivotal moment in Val's personal life came in 1996 with his highly publicized divorce from his then-wife, actress Joanne Whalley. The pair, who had initially crossed paths on the set of Willow in 1988, concluded their 8-year union amidst a whirlwind of media attention. The divorce proceedings were fraught with controversy, fueled by rumors of Val's supposed affair with supermodel Cindy Crawford. This period proved emotionally and financially draining for Val, as he navigated the intricacies of co-parenting his children, Mercedes and Jack, under the relentless gaze of public scrutiny. In the aftermath of his divorce, Val's romantic endeavors remained a frequent topic in the press, with his connections to several actresses and models, including Daryl Hannah, making headlines. Yet it was his relationship with Daryl Hannah that Val described as exceedingly heartbreaking in his memoir, stating, "Lord knows I've suffered heartache, but Daryl was by far the most painful of all." The dissolution of their relationship deeply affected Val, leaving him to contend with profound emotional anguish. Additionally, Val grappled with changes in his physical appearance. Once celebrated for his rugged looks and athletic build, Val experienced significant weight gain in the mid-2000s. The relentless media coverage and derogatory headlines such as "Val Kilmer goes from Batman to Fat Man" subjected him to undue criticism and body shaming, undermining his self-confidence and compounding the challenges he was facing. One of the most profound challenges to Val's personal and financial stability emerged in 2008, necessitating the sale of a significant portion of his treasured ranch in New Mexico. Acquired in 1996 as an escape from the limelight of Hollywood, financial pressures forced him to sell much of the 600-acre estate in 2011 at a price far below his expectations. The relinquishment of this personal haven dealt a substantial emotional and financial blow to Val. During this tumultuous time, Val maintained a steady presence in the film industry, featuring in titles such as Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and Bad Lieutenant Port of Call New Orleans. Nonetheless, he was privately battling a long-standing depression that had shadowed him throughout his life. Opening up in an interview, Val shared a poignant admission. "I've never not had a broken heart. I've been depressed my whole life. pressure and scrutiny faced by stars like Val Kilmer is tremendous, encompassing incessant media coverage, the high demands of the entertainment world, and the difficulty of preserving a semblance of private life in the public eye. These factors can heavily impact an individual's mental and overall well-being. Reflecting on the personal and financial struggles Val faced in these years, it becomes evident that not even fame and achievement can shield someone from life's universal trials and tribulations. Val's experience reminds us that behind the successes and accolades of even the most celebrated figures lie vulnerabilities and challenges akin to those experienced by us all. Yet, unbeknownst to Val, he was on the brink of confronting his most formidable challenge yet. A battle that would put to test his resilience, his beliefs, and his very desire to persevere. We've reached the most heart-wrenching chapter in Val Kilmer's saga, his brave fight against throat cancer. Get ready, because this tale is one of phenomenal courage, grit, and an unyielding test of faith. It all started back in 2014 when Val was touring with his solo show, Citizen Twain. He began experiencing disturbing symptoms like difficulty swallowing and coughing up blood. Initially, Val attempted to downplay the seriousness of his condition, relying on his Christian Science faith, which emphasizes prayer and spiritual healing over traditional medical treatments. However, Val's children, Mercedes and Jack, recognized the gravity of his illness and urged him to get medical help. In his memoir, Val poignantly noted, "I didn't want to frighten my children by confronting my own mortality." Ultimately, the love and concern from his family persuaded Val to undergo a biopsy, which led to a devastating revelation: throat cancer. The diagnosis was a thunderous blow. Val faced the daunting path of immediate surgery to excise the tumor, followed by intense rounds of chemotherapy and radiation. The forthcoming journey was fraught with fear and uncertainty, but Val mustered the strength to tackle it head-on. The treatment was excruciatingly harsh. Val described the feeling of his throat being zapped and left bone dry. The intense therapy wreaked havoc on his body, necessitating a feeding tube and a tracheostomy to aid his breathing. Perhaps the most heartbreaking consequence was the irreversible damage to Val's voice. Once a rich, iconic baritone that defined so many of his illustrious roles. Because YouTube will prioritize interactive videos, please comment OK if you find this video interesting. Thank you. For an actor whose voice was his lifeline, losing it was a devastating blow. In his memoir, Val painfully acknowledged, "Speaking once my joy and lifeblood has become an hourly struggle. The instrument over which I had complete mastery is now out of my control." The emotional and psychological toll of this loss was immense. Despite such profound adversity, Val demonstrated extraordinary resilience and unwavering optimism. He leaned heavily on his faith, drawing strength and solace from his spiritual beliefs. The love and support of his family also played a crucial role, with them standing steadfastly by his side during the darkest hours. In a heartfelt acknowledgement during a Reddit AMA, Val expressed, "I am deeply thankful for all the prayers and positive energy sent my way from around the world." Gradually, Val embarked on the challenging journey towards recovery, engaging in rigorous speech therapy to adapt to his changed voice. In an unexpected and beautiful turn of events, Val's son Jack became the narrator for the 2021 documentary focused on his father's life, aptly named Val. This touching partnership enabled Val's narrative to be conveyed through the voice of his cherished son. The documentary was a true passion project for the Kilmer family. Val's daughter, Mercedes, played an instrumental role in meticulously going through the extensive collection of footage Val had amassed over the years, showcasing his life and career. The final product offered a candid, deeply personal glimpse into the life of a man who has confronted incredible hurdles, yet found a renewed sense of purpose and gratitude for life. Val's encounter with cancer marked a critical juncture in his life, prompting him to face his mortality, strengthen his spiritual bonds, and treasure every invaluable moment with his family. In his memoir, Val eloquently stated, "Cancer changes you. It will always be a part of my life, but it doesn't define my life." Crucially, Val has found solace and joy in the moments spent with his family. In his memoir, he reflects on the happiness he derives from being a grandfather and the profound, enduring connections he maintains with his children, Mercedes and Jack. I've been given the gift of a closer relationship with my daughter Mercedes and my son Jack, as well as my mum, now that I can speak more easily, he reveals. Reflecting on Val Kilmer's formidable fight against cancer, we're reminded of the resilience of the human spirit and the profound influence of love, faith, and persistence in overcoming obstacles. Val's tale serves as a powerful tribute to the resilience inherent in each of us, even in our bleakest times. Yet the true essence of one's legacy is not merely in how they navigate their challenges, but in the influence they have on the world and the people they reach in the process. From the heights of Hollywood to the challenges of personal struggles and health battles, Val's story is a testament to perseverance, talent, and the transformative power of love and family. If Val Kilmer's incredible journey of resilience and bravery has inspired you, or if you've ever been moved by his performances, let's see some love in the comments. Just drop a V, and let's keep the conversation going. And remember, for more stories that touch the heart and stir the soul, don't forget to like and subscribe to Iconic Inside. Your engagement keeps the spirit of storytelling alive. Storytelling alive. Storytelling alive. The shining star Shelley Duvall dead at 75 after years of struggles. Shelley Duvall, renowned for her distinctive, wide-eyed and delicate appearance, has passed away at the age of 75 due to complications from diabetes, as confirmed by her partner, Dan Gilroy, to Variety. She was a celebrated actress, notably receiving the Cannes Award for her role in Robert Altman's 3 Women. Additionally, she is remembered for her role in The Shining, where she faced the rigorous demands of working with director Stanley Kubrick. Gilroy expressed his grief in a statement saying, "My dear, sweet, wonderful life partner and friend left us last night. Too much suffering lately, now she's free. Fly away, beautiful Shelley." The production of The Shining was an extensive process that took over a year to complete. Kubrick, known for his high expectations and tough directing style, pushed Duvall to her limits during filming. Some scenes, such as the baseball sequence, were particularly challenging and required over 100 takes, earning a place in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most takes of a dialogue scene. In a later interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Duvall opened up about the challenging experience of filming The Shining. She described the physical and emotional toll it took on her, saying, "After a while, your body rebels. It says, 'Stop doing this to me. I don't want to cry every day.' And sometimes just that thought alone would make me cry." She recalled the dread of waking up on a Monday morning, knowing she had to cry all day because it was part of the schedule, which would cause her to start crying even before the cameras rolled. Duvall expressed her amazement at her ability to continue performing under such conditions, a sentiment shared by her co-star Jack Nicholson, who also told her, "I don't know how you do it." Duvall leaves behind her partner, the musician Dan Gilroy, and her brothers Scott, Stuart, and Shane. As we remember Shelley Duvall, we can reflect on her extraordinary life and career, which was marked by both brilliant achievements and challenging experiences in the film industry. Because YouTube will prioritize interactive videos, please comment OK if you find this video interesting. Thank you. Shelley Duvall entered the world on the 7th of July, 1949, in Fort Worth, Texas. She was born to Bobby Ruth Crawford, who worked as a real estate broker, and Robert Richardson, Bobby Duvall, who started as a cattle auctioneer and later became a lawyer. Shelley was the eldest of 4 children, with 3 younger brothers named Scott, Shane, and Stuart. During her childhood, Duvall's family moved frequently across Texas because of her father's occupation. It wasn't until she was around 5 years old that they finally settled down in Houston. From the beginning, Duvall exhibited a lively and creative spirit. Her mother affectionately called her Manic Mouse due to her habit of running around their home and accidentally knocking over furniture. Shelley Duvall's educational journey began at Waltrip High School in Houston, where she participated in school plays, marking the start of her acting experience. Upon her graduation in 1967, she took up a job as a cosmetic salesperson at Foley's department store for a short period. Duvall then moved on to South Texas Junior College to study nutrition and diet therapy, with initial ambitions of becoming a research scientist. In 1970, during a party, Duvall was spotted by talent scouts while she was promoting her husband Bernard Sampson's artwork. Robert Altman, a director, was captivated by her distinctive on-screen presence and offered her a part in his film Brewster McCloud. Despite having no formal acting training, Duvall initially declined the offer. However, she later accepted to take a screen test, which marked the beginning of her illustrious acting career that lasted for more than 30 years. Shelley Duvall's career took a significant turn in 1970 when she was discovered by the renowned director Robert Altman at a Houston party. Even without any formal acting background, Duvall's distinctive screen presence captivated Altman, leading him to offer her a role in his dark comedy film Brewster McCloud. Although she initially declined the proposal, Duvall later consented to a screen test and successfully secured the part, which marked the beginning of her successful acting career. Throughout her career, Duvall garnered various awards for her diverse performances. She notably won the Best Actress Award at the 1977 Cannes Film Festival for her portrayal in Altman's psychological drama Three Women. Additionally, she was nominated for a BAFTA for Best Actress for the same film. Duvall's recognition extended to nominations for 2 Primetime Emmy Awards, one for Outstanding Animated Program for Shelley Duvall's Bedtime Stories in 1992, and another for Outstanding Children's Program for Tall Tales and Legends in 1988. She also received a Cable Ace Award in 1994 for Children's Programming Series for Shelley Duvall's Bedtime Stories. Duvall's career was notably marked by her collaborations with Robert Altman, who featured her in several of his notable films. Following her debut in Brewster McCloud, Duvall delivered memorable performances in Altman's McCabe and Mrs. Miller, Thieves Like Us, the ensemble drama Nashville, and the western Buffalo Bill and the Indians. Shelley Duvall's most memorable role was arguably as Wendy Torrance in Stanley Kubrick's 1980 horror masterpiece, The Shining. The demanding nature of Kubrick's directorial style subjected Duvall to an intensely challenging filming experience, with certain scenes necessitating more than 100 takes. Despite these difficulties, Duvall's portrayal of the troubled wife to Jack Nicholson's Jack Torrance emerged as one of the film's most unforgettable performances. Beyond her acting endeavors, Duvall achieved success as a producer, pioneering creative children's programming through her production company, Think Entertainment. She took on both producing and starring roles in the anthology series Fairy Tale Theatre and Tall Tales and Legends, which garnered her additional Emmy nominations. Because YouTube will prioritize interactive videos, please comment OK if you find this video interesting. Thank you. Shelley Duvall came into the world on July 7, 1949 in Fort Worth, Texas. She was born to Bobby Ruth Crawford, who worked as a real estate broker, and Robert Richardson Bobby Duvall, who transitioned from being a cattle auctioneer to a lawyer. Duvall was the eldest of 4 children, with 3 younger brothers named Scott, Shane, and Stuart. Despite having a bustling household, Duvall characterized her childhood home as a quiet place. In her personal life, Duvall has been discreet about her romantic relationships. It is public knowledge that she was married to artist Bernard Sampson in the early 1970s. But the marriage ended in divorce in 1974. Following her divorce, Duvall had a romantic relationship with singer-songwriter Paul Simon for 2 years. Additionally, she was known to have dated musician Ringo Starr for some time. Despite her prominence in the entertainment industry, Duvall has consistently chosen to keep her personal life away from the public eye, favoring a low-profile lifestyle that distances her from the Hollywood limelight. As she entered her later years, Duvall opted for a more tranquil and secluded lifestyle after retiring from acting in the early 2000s. She relocated back to Texas, where she has spent the last 2 decades living in a small town in the Hill Country. Speaking on her decision to move away from the public gaze, Duvall revealed that she has a passion for writing poetry and has aspirations to publish a book of her work one day. She also expressed her love for raising animals and relishing the serene rural ambience of her Texas home. Throughout her career, Shelley Duvall was dedicated to producing high-quality children's programming through her production companies, Platypus Productions and Think Entertainment. She was responsible for producing well-received shows such as Fairy Tale Theatre, Tall Tales and Legends, and Nightmare Classics, all of which were designed to both educate and entertain young viewers. In 2016, Vivian Kubrick, the daughter of The Shining director Stanley Kubrick and a former co-star of Duvall, initiated a fundraising campaign to provide support for Duvall. This came after it became known that Duvall was facing mental health challenges. Kubrick voiced her worries about Duvall's well-being and criticized a proposed TV interview, arguing that it would take advantage of Duvall's mental state. Although Duvall has not been actively involved in numerous charitable causes or activist movements in the public eye, her contributions to children's television reflect her intention to make a positive difference in the lives of young people by offering them programming that is both engaging and enriching. Throughout her life, Shelley Duvall has been involved in several events that have drawn the public's attention. One of the most talked about incidents was her 2016 appearance on the Dr. Phil show, during which she seemed to be grappling with mental health problems. In the interview, she made distressing remarks, including the belief that her co-star from Popeye, Robin Williams, was still alive and capable of shape-shifting. This led to a wave of criticism, with many deeming the interview unethical and exploitative. Vivian Kubrick, daughter of Stanley Kubrick and a former collaborator of Duvall, publicly denounced the segment on Twitter. Duvall has also endured considerable personal sorrow that has affected her life and career. In 2002, she decided to leave acting and return to Texas, her home state, when her brother was diagnosed with spinal cancer. She referred to this period as the lengthiest sabbatical she had ever taken, as it was prompted by a desire to be close to her family during this challenging time. Looking back on this period, Duvall stated, "My family came before my career. I had to be there for my brother and the rest of my loved ones. Acting just didn't seem as important anymore." This selfless choice to put her family's health above her own career ambitions highlights Duvall's commendable character. In spite of the various challenges Duvall encountered, including her battles with mental health, she has displayed extraordinary resilience and determination to rise above her difficulties. Following an extended break from acting, Duvall made a notable comeback to the screen in 2023, taking on a supporting role in the independent horror film The Forest Hills. During an interview, Duvall conveyed her enduring enthusiasm for acting, saying, "I never lost my love for the craft. Even during the toughest times, being on set and bringing a character to life is what truly fulfills me." This statement highlights Duvall's steadfast dedication to her craft and her determination not to let life's challenges define her. Duvall's ability to bounce back and grow stronger in the face of personal adversity has garnered the respect and admiration of both her peers and her fans. As she once remarked, "Every hardship we face is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. I'm grateful for the lessons I've learned, even if the journey hasn't always been easy." Throughout her illustrious career, Shelley Duvall forged strong working relationships and friendships with several prominent individuals in the entertainment industry. Her most notable collaboration was with the celebrated director Robert Altman, who featured her in a number of his distinguished films, such as Brewster McCloud, McCabe and Mrs. Miller, Thieves Like Us, and the ensemble drama Nashville. Duvall also had a romantic relationship with the acclaimed singer-songwriter Paul Simon during the mid-1970s. The couple co-starred in Altman's 1980 musical comedy Popeye, with Duvall taking on the iconic role of Olive Oyl. When reminiscing about their time working together, Duvall commented, "Paul and I had such a wonderful creative energy on set. We'd spend hours discussing the nuances of our characters and how to bring them to life." Beyond her professional associations, Duvall enjoyed a close friendship with her The Shining co-star Vivian Kubrick, the daughter of director Stanley Kubrick. Kubrick has been a vocal advocate for Duvall, denouncing the exploitative 2016 Dr. Phil interview that highlighted Duvall's mental health struggles and brought them into the public domain. In 1977, Shelley Duvall graced the stage of the well-loved sketch comedy show Saturday Night Live as a host, where she displayed her comedic prowess. During her appearance, she engaged in a sketch that humorously impersonated her character Olive Oyl, eliciting laughter from the audience through her exaggerated expressions and physical comedy. Nonetheless, Duvall's most contentious television appearance unfolded in 2016 on the Dr. Phil show, where the focus was on her purported mental health difficulties. This segment sparked widespread criticism for its perceived exploitation of Duvall's vulnerable condition. Vivian Kubrick, Duvall's former co-star, publicly reprimanded the interview, asserting, "Duvall was in a state of anguish and despair, and that should have been obvious to anyone with a conscience." Despite the public outcry, Dr. Phil stood by the interview, expressing, "I have no regrets. I believe we were able to shed light on an important issue and provide resources for those struggling with mental health." This episode underscored the entertainment industry's intricate dynamics with Duvall's personal battles and underscored the necessity for more considerate and ethical methods when dealing with such delicate issues. Shelley Duvall possessed a unique appearance and acting method, characterized by her open and expressive facial features and a quirky, eccentric on-screen demeanor that distinguished her from her contemporaries. Renowned film critic Pauline Kael even likened her to the female Buster Keaton. Duvall had a profound affection for animals, with her pet collection once including 11 dogs, 12 parrots, and a multitude of finches, budgies, and cockatiels. In a 1992 interview, she detailed her menagerie, which comprised 11 dogs, 2 cats, a rabbit, 4 iguanas, 3 lizards, and around 70 birds. From a young age, Duvall exhibited artistic and energetic tendencies, which led to her mother affectionately dubbing her Manic Mouse. During her teenage years, Duvall had an unsettling encounter while shopping at a drugstore when she was approached with an offer to appear in a pornographic film, which she vehemently declined. Years later, when presented with another film role, she was initially suspicious, fearing another unsavory proposition. However, it turned out to be a life-changing opportunity to star in Robert Altman's Brewster McCloud, which marked a significant milestone in her acting career. A common misconception is that Shelley Duvall was related to actor Robert Duvall, but this is not true. Shelley Duvall was actually named in honor of the English novelist Mary Shelley, who is famous for writing the classic novel Frankenstein. Her grandfather was the cowboy Bill Hall, adding a touch of Western heritage to her family background. Shelley Duvall was an admirer of actor Sean Connery, and she agreed to participate in the film Time Bandits 1981, with the belief that she would be working alongside him. However, they did not end up sharing any scenes in the movie. In preparation for her role as Countess Gemini in The Portrait of a Lady 1996, Duvall made a significant effort to learn Italian. She was honored with an induction into the Home Video Hall of Fame in 1985, sharing this distinction with Jane Fonda. 4 of Duvall's films have been recognized by the Library of Congress for their cultural, historical, or aesthetic significance, and have been selected for the National Film Registry. These films are McCabe and Mrs. Miller, 1971, Nashville, 1975, Annie Hall, 1977, and The Shining, 1980. Shelley Duvall, a beacon of talent and resilience, has left us at 75, her journey marked by both brilliance and adversity. If you're a fan, show your support by commenting with the letter S. Let's celebrate her unforgettable contributions to film and television. Remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more engaging content from Iconic Inside.